Hi, I'm Paul. This video might sort of start off a little bit slow moving, but please try and stay till the end because I think at the end of this I make quite a good point. So the last few weeks I've been a little bit ill and still recovering from COVID, so I'm just going to add that into this video. And what I want to kind of point to is how the false self works and how we, from the false self, seem to fragment everything. So anyway, if I was to be asked by a doctor, how was your day yesterday, then my answer would probably be something like, well, I'd wake up in the morning feeling reasonably okay. I would have something to eat and become a little bit ill and a little bit weak and shaky, and then start to feel better, and then by dinner I would become really shaky and blah 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 and so on. But if somebody asked me how was your day yesterday from the point of, I don't know, a therapist, then I would say, well, it was okay. I woke up in the morning, I answered a few messages on YouTube, watched a couple of videos, did some meditating, and so on and so on. If somebody asked me from the point of dietitian, then I would say, well, I woke up in the morning, I had a few coffees, then I had some Weetabix and some toast, and so on and so on. But notice how, depending on who asks or what you feel that you should focus on, your whole story changes. So let's look at this in a way of, who are you? So let's say a very pretty or nice looking person asks you who you are, then the answer would be, I'm a very loving, caring, sharing sort of person. If a boss asks you, who are you? Then your answer would probably be, well, I'm a very dedicated, motivated, hardworking person. Uh, mm, However, this stumbles a little bit when you come across a spiritualist teacher or non-duality teacher, and the teacher says, so who are you? And now we feel lost because we know we want to make something up, but we know this will be seen through by the spiritualist teacher. So anyway, if you've really done your work, then the answer should be, I am that hears you speaking. So I am that hears you speaking. I am that is having thoughts. I am that is experiencing. The true self is not the words or the stories that you make up. That's the false self. The true self is the, I was going to say person, but it's not really a person, but it's just the awareness of, I am that is hearing you speaking. But one thing that we do notice with the false self is what we manifest in our false self gets projected out into the world. So let's say that I manifest anger or hatred. Then this manifesting of hatred inside needs to go somewhere. So I would then need to project this hatred out. And to project this hatred out, I have to be looking for hatred out there. So then I find hatred. Maybe I could look on the news. That's a pretty good place. So I go and watch the news, and then I project my hatred out onto the news. But notice how I had to look for hatred to be able to project outwards. But what happens if you manifest love inside? Manifest forgiveness, acceptance, understanding. When you start manifesting all of these sorts of things inside, then when you do need to project them out, you need to start hunting for love, for forgiveness. And all you're going to see in the outside world is love, acceptance, forgiveness. You see, to change our view on the outside world, it all starts from inside. Like I say, if you're angry, you're going to start hunting for anger all over the place. If you manifest love, you will be looking for love. Whatever we believe in on the inside gets projected outwards. So we create our world outside from our inside. It's not the outside what changes our inside. Anyway, thanks so much for listening.